Hey guys, it's your girl Moni, and let's get right into the Housewives of Atlanta. Specifically, what I'm talking about this video is pretty much just Drew and Ralph, because my heart was shattered last night when especially at the end with that dinner scene with the two of them. Now, let's go back to last season when they were on there and remember the whole drama with him being gone for disappearing for 3 days and her not knowing where he was at and him lying, saying he was on a beach or wherever he said he was at all alone. Like, it just sounded so full of BS. But more specifically, last season, while he was away for those 3 days, he had cameras in the house and he was watching what she was doing. Meanwhile, she didn't know what he was doing. So last season, I was already on to him, just knowing that she needs definitely to leave him. He just comes off as just the biggest narcissist. He doesn't show emotion. He is very he disregards her feelings. And last season, I already knew it wasn't a good look for them. But, here we are with the new season. And sure enough, last week, the first episode that came on, she talked about some woman that he was texting, and he claimed this woman worked for him. And, the woman was offering or recommending he get a massage. And, it was just, the women were side-eyeing it no, this is not good. If you have an issue with it, Drew, you being his wife, he should automatically cut it off. He shouldn't even be in communication with this woman. So the episode that aired last night, they were talking about the woman again. And Drew asks him, are you still in communication with her? And he says that he fired the woman, but he still talks to her. So Drew's looking huh? So what do you mean you fired her, but yet you're still talking to her? He also said that the woman is 50 years old and saying it as if she's too old. And Drew's looking at him so what? She's 50 years old. What are you saying? So basically what he did was he went and spoke with the guys, Todd and Sanya's husband. I forget his name. But they went out and had a guys meeting. And Todd is telling him, this is not a good look. Basically, you need to respect your wife. And Ralph is sitting here just basically not, of course, taking in any of the advice he's getting. So what he does do is plan a little dinner for him and Drew. Surprises her with the dinner. And at the dinner, she's talking, brings up basically how she feels. And just soon as she says that, soon as she gets into the how she feels, all of a sudden he's trying to stop it you're going to ruin the dinner, talking about this. This is something we're supposed to talk about with our therapist. And he mentions the therapist. And she's like, what do you mean? I'm just I'm walking on eggshells whenever I feel like I want to talk with you. And he ends up just being, once again, disregarding her feelings and that she wants to talk at that very moment. And he's trying to act as if we start talking about this, then our dinner's going to be ruined. And it's just, the manipulation, the emotional abuse that he gives her, she ends up walking away crying, comes back to the dinner. And this is where I was upset that she did that, because when she initially got up, I thought she was leaving. And I'm like, you know what, Drew, you need to leave. This is no dinner. This is not a good time. Your husband just does not listen to you. He doesn't hear you out. He doesn't respect your feelings. So she ends up sitting back down at the table. And now when she sits back down, she's crying. He's not consoling her. He's not apologizing. Instead, he gets up and leaves her at the table by herself. I said that right there was such a narcissist move. It's that's what men do. When you're upset, you don't leave, they leave to make it seem like you're the one that caused this problem, when he's the one that caused this problem and he doesn't want to fix the problem. And her mentioning the therapist and the therapist saying that he was a maniac, And he got very offended by that when she mentioned the maniac. He's like, how can I be a maniac when I own businesses and I'm this and I'm that? It's just like, oh, I mean, I just felt pain for her. She is not in a happy marriage. She's not in a happy relationship. And she has his children, unfortunately. But that doesn't stop her life from being better than what it is with his creep ass. Now, what she needs to do is honestly leave him. I don't think therapy can work for them at this stage in the game, because he's not here for it. He doesn't want to do the work. He's set in his ways and he is who he is. And unfortunately, he's not a good guy. He's not husband material. He's not someone that you should take seriously. And yes, she has beautiful children by him, but Drew, honey, you know what you got to do? You got to divorce this man for your own sanity. It's not worth it. It's the way he just left her sitting at that table, acting as if she ruined dinner because she wanted to talk about something and how she was feeling. It's not even about something. She wanted to talk about how she was feeling. And he just totally didn't give a shit. So this is only the second episode into this new season. And I actually have to see how many episodes we're going to have for this season. But I just can see the reunion already. I can just see how the rest of this season is going to play out. Drew actually tweeted last night that she was exhausted after this aired. And it's just embarrassing. It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. This is not a guy you've met, you're just dating. This is your husband, the father of your children. And he brings you on national TV to treat you like a piece of shit. All to stroke his ego. So I just had to talk about this quickly. Wow, I'm disgusted with this man. Of course, social media is dragging him left and right, as they should, as everyone should. I mean, this is just not a good representation of Black love. Even couples that have issues and work through it, a man has to be emotionally available to be with someone. I'm not saying men don't make mistakes, but the thing is, what he's doing to Drew is he's trying to make her seem like she's going crazy and losing her mind. And she is in her right mind. She's totally right and accurate and valid with how she feels and the points that she's making. But he's making it seem like she's just all over the place. She just makes no sense. And that's the part that I really hate, because she's in an emotional turmoil, and it's like she doesn't even believe in her own ability right now to see things clearly. And she's absolutely right with how she feels and what she's saying to him. I don't care if you're at dinner. I don't care if you're home alone. I don't care if the cameras are not rolling. And that's really what it was. When he was saying that wasn't the place to talk about that, meaning I don't want to do this while the cameras are rolling. But you're disrespecting her while the cameras are rolling. But when she wants to sit and say how she feels, all of a sudden, this is not the time or place. I mean, manipulation at its finest. Women, ladies, whoever hears this video, whoever watches this, please understand, any man that acts this way, behaves this way, stay far away from these narcissist manipulators that just make you think that you're crazy when it's absolutely nothing wrong with you, but everything wrong with them. So guys, thanks for listening. Please like this video, subscribe to my channel, and I'll talk to you guys soon.